Welcome to Trail Talks, a podcast discussing the opportunities students have with career services. And now, from Utah Tech University, it's Trail Talks.
Hello.
Hello.
Lexi, I'm so happy to be here.
Me too.
This is our first podcast.
Yes, it is. We're very new at this.
Yeah. I had a nightmare about this last night.
Did you really?
Yeah, it wasn't pleasant, but really excited to be here. I just wanted to this kind of was my brainchild, actually. I had another coworker who really wanted to make a podcast as well, and he ended up leaving the institution. So this has been a long time coming, and I'm really glad that we're finally doing something about this. So kind of just to share a little bit about the topics that we're going to be covering, just because I wanted this first episode to be shorter. So we're just going to talk about some of the things that we're going to be covering in this podcast. And then also we're going to just go over the role of a career coach, because, again, that's what I am, career coach, Asha. And then, I mean, it's always nice to hear about the journey of your host. I probably won't be the host of every single episode, but I think it's nice to share that I'm also, even though I'm a career coach, I'm also somebody who's doesn't know what she's doing all the time. So yeah, I guess just to get started is the first topic that I think we're going to be covering, or some of them in general, is networking. Are you good at networking, Lexi?
I am working on it. We're getting there.
Is that a scary topic?
It can be. Okay. I don't know. Just trying to figure out like who you need to talk to and how to get to those people is just kind of a scary thing. Mm-hmm. But I don't know. I guess that's why you're here.
Yeah. So yeah, we're going to be talking about how we can go about networking. Networking it's a lot of people think it's scary, and I didn't even start really networking until I started this job, actually. So we're also going to be talking about resumes, cover letters, CVs. Those are all documents that you have to essentially just brand yourself as a person. That's also another topic, is branding, because we want to make sure that you yourself are a whole person with all of your skills. And yeah, branding is great. And so you use that branding on your online profile too, whether that's Handshake or LinkedIn. And then another thing too is interviewing. When's the last time you had an interview?
The summer after my sophomore year of high school. Actually, that's not true. I had an interview to get this job.
Oh, okay.
That was kind of just like a mini kind of thing.
Mini one? Yeah. We didn't scare you?
It wasn't in person. It was over the computer because I was in Montana. So.
Oh, okay. So Zoom. Yeah, interviewing gets people worried.
Oh, so worried.
Bad.
Yes. Interviews are scary.
And I'm also human too. I still get nervous when it comes to interviewing. But we'll talk about some of those skills that you can have to better help you know what to say and be confident. Mm-hmm. Grad school. Have you thought about grad school before?
Absolutely
for yourself?
Not.
Okay. Grad school is a thing that some people want to do. So we're going to have some episodes talking about grad school, different stages to go into that. And then we do just have other resources too. I think career fairs are huge, where you can actually go in person and meet them. And then as career coaches, we essentially just talk about all things career, all things preparation and professionalism, and just your life in general, I think. What's so helpful and what I love about my job, too, is that it's from the very beginning of when you're concerned what you're doing with the rest of your life, because that's what a lot of students will come into is, what do I do with my entire life now that I'm an adult? And all the way to the very end of, what am I going to be doing and what that looks like and how to network and how to actually get those jobs you're thinking of. And so we do that whole range, and essentially we just help people identify their strengths and their career goals too, just all the support and guidance that we can offer you guys. And what I love, and I guess I can share a little bit about my journey too. What I love about my job is I get to tell people to not be an ASHA. It's because I was in school for 8 years and I changed my major 8 times. And I also went to 2 other higher education institutions before I found Utah Tech. And I graduated in 2019, and even when I was a student, I was still working 3 jobs, and I finally found my major after 5.5 years. But you know, even I was actually an intern in the career services office, and so I was planning events and things like that. Never once thinking about being a career coach, and that was something that I felt like I wanted to be a mentor, but I didn't know how to do that. Anyways, it's a long story, but basically throughout that journey though, I even had graduated, applied to 150 jobs, and I ended up becoming a DoorDash driver. And I mean, you don't feel really good about yourself when all that stuff happens. So I don't know. I'm just really glad that I get to, because of that journey, I get to understand a little bit about what the students are going through. I experienced the whole range of the freak out, what am I going to do with the rest of my life, to, okay, all I need to figure out is just to build on my strengths, to networking, to building my connections with other people. So I love my job. I think it's so fun, and I will probably share more about it too later on. But I think just the biggest thing is we are a support to the students. And so if you ever have anything, Lexi, or any of those listeners here, of topics that you want us to talk on, you know, we want to. We're going to pull in some of those. And I didn't even mention this too, and I should have talked about this very beginning. We're having informational interviews as well, where we're going to bring in professionals that are doing specific jobs that our audience is interested in doing. So that's one of those big things that we just want to get more knowledge for you guys, because I don't have all of the insight. I don't know everything. And so there's people out there who are smarter, you know, that saying of the wise people learn from other people and not have to go through. I'm messing up the quote, but whatever. So audience, yes, if you have suggestions, please reach out. Please let us know different topics or even people that you want us to do informational interviews with. So stay tuned. Thanks for coming.
Thanks for listening to Trail Talks, a podcast discussing the opportunities students have with career services at Utah Tech University. For more information, go to career.utahtech.edu. Till next time, this has been Trail Talks. This has been a production from a podcast studio.